Won't you just come my way?
Come in.
Baby, won't you just take your time?
Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. First of all, I'm one of the top critics of Tyler Perry, y'all. Shit. I feel I'm gonna get up out of here. I gotta go. Okay, I'm gonna come back. I had to bring it back. Like, I'm the top person that judged Tyler Perry so bad. But this? What? The 688? Okay. Okay, Tyler. First of all, I'm gonna start with the bullshit, okay? Because I've been seeing a whole lot of bullshit, whole lot of bullshit up in here. A lot of people was talking that mess, talking about something. When it comes to the 688, she wasn't in love with a white man. She wasn't in love with a white man. All this bullshit.
Here's my also another target, and I got a hit on Tyler Perry again because I'm upset. I went to go see the 688, and he focused. I think it reduced the movie because he focused on an interracial pairing between a white man who lost his life during World War II and a black woman who decided to fight in the war because she lost that white man. But that's not even why a lot of black women joined the war effort. They joined because they wanted to bring their black men back home. They wanted to end the war sooner so their black men, father, husband, uncle, boyfriend, whoever, could come back home. And Tyler Perry went and he focused the film on Lena Darracott, who in real life was friends with a Jewish boy who ended up losing his life during World War II because he went to sign up for the war effort. And that she was already working as a nurse in a hospital, but she was like, let me join the war effort. They were friends. They weren't romantic partners, but Tyler Perry went and he turned it into a romance. So that's political too. But there were many stories of a lot of the women in the Women Auxiliary Army Corps who joined the war because they wanted to bring their black men home. I don't know how that connects, but I had to get that off my chest because that pissed me off when I went to go see the movie and you literally focused on an interracial pairing when you really could have focused on all the other black women who were... Okay. Anywho, that's my history lesson for today. Take it or leave it.
First of all, this woman met with Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry sat down, did a Zoom call. This woman read everything, knew everything, and agreed upon it for him to do what he did. A big part of it was having her in the movie, her being a part of the storyline, her being like, you know what I'm saying, all of it. So if this woman had a problem with anything, it would have never happened, period, because she was involved with this. Wouldn't have signed off if it was so much of an issue. Obviously, she was okay with it, with the love story about the, biracialness and it was on that man. They didn't even really get to kiss or do nothing. It was short-lived. They kissed, yes, but it wasn't like a big sex scene. Like, he didn't harp on the fact that she had feelings for a white man. It was a grieving process, but like everybody else, like they were like, she was sad about this man being gone. It was a grieving process for her, but everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else was grieving their situation, for their man and everything else. So I hate that people were saying, oh, Tyler focused too much on that. No, he didn't. He focused on the treatment that these women experienced.
It took me 2 weeks to write it, and the reason it took such a short amount of time is because I had incredible historians, and sitting down talking to Lena for those several hours, the stories she told me, and doing all the research, and getting all the research about Charity Adams, and all these things that happened, all of that was in me. So when I sat down to write, it just flooded. For me, it was really powerful, and I filmed her watching it. She was on hospice at the time at home, and she just cried, and she saluted, and she was just like, thank you for letting the world know that black women contributed.
And because it was maybe in his conversations when he was interviewing people and doing his research, he found out like, yo, this is a serious thing. They was mistreated. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Tyler did a good job. And y'all, black people, you can't make black people proud for whatever reason. Y'all so judgmental. Y'all come so hard on this man for every other show that he does, including me, myself, and I. Every other show is ghetto, people on drugs, people die, and then when it's some shit like this and he do a great job, y'all still want to judge this? Y'all can't be pleased.
I would like to say one more thing, that I feel so honored that Tyler has chosen such beautiful women, such talented women to portray us We just thought we were going over to do a little job. And here we are, 75, 80 years later, being honored in such a way. I feel it's just absolutely making tears come to my eyes, because we thought nobody even remembered us. And Tyler Perry has made it even more relevant that people are being made aware of what we did. So thank you so very much for bringing this out and letting the world know about us.
Still want to judge? I was happy with this. I was happy with this, y'all. I was happy with this.
Okay, so I just got done watching the 6888, and I really liked the story, but I will say that I think that the movie itself was meh. The special effects on it, like with the airplanes flying and stuff like that, were poorly done. The graphics, instead of being like graphics that you would expect for a movie, it was more like video game quality graphics. Which, okay, granted, okay, maybe we don't have a huge budget for that, but I think the acting, it seemed like the actors were trying so hard to stick to dialogue and portray their characters that they missed the mark with actually feeling the emotions of the character, if that makes any sense. It's like there would be times where they got like angry or frustrated or sad and upset, and they were trying to portray that emotion so much that they missed it. I know that's kind of hard to explain, but it's like if you've ever seen an actor give a really powerful performance, that you felt that that character actually felt that, you know. And for me, this movie missed that. The characters were trying to portray their characters so hard that they missed it. And it seems like almost like they were over directed. It's like don't vary from the script whatsoever. There's no ad-libbing in this whatsoever. If they, if they might have flubbed anywhere in the script, that would have been an absolute no-no. And, I mean, I liked the story, but I just don't think that the movie hit the marks that I thought it was going to hit. I liked the end of the movie where they, showed the actual reels of the 6888 and the women, and they kind of gave the life stories of them, and they actually had interviews with them. I liked that portion of it, but the acting and the special effects, not the best. And I know that's probably not going to be a very popular opinion, but that's just kind of the way the movie came off to me. If you've watched it, let me know what you think.
Happy with this, y'all. He did a bang-up job. A bang-up job. A lot of people from the military is telling their stories now about how they, a person of color, a black person in the military, how they get treated, how they don't get their respect.
That is going on right now. I got a story that had to protect a black female. Something similar to that story. I'm in a leadership position. She got attached to my section, and she's a S1. She's a clerk. Sorry, she's a supply clerk, SSA, something like that. And she was in charge of all the company's paperwork when it comes to like equipment, all that stuff, supplies. And I didn't know too much about her. I know her, but I didn't know about how her job works. But the exos used to kind of shit on her, and other exos would come in the office and shit on her. And I got to the point like, hey, sir, chill out. And I pulled them off and said, hey, teach me what you do. Cause something's going on here. I don't know if it's you messing up or it's them. She sat down and we went over, I'm learning how to do it, and I've come to find out it's them messing up. And she was getting frustrated because she kept saying, hey, they're not supposed to do it this way, sir. Like, sir, per regulation, this is how you do it. And they're just blowing off. And she built up, she want to go off on them, but she know she would have the rank, and they're already going to label her. She's trying to stay away from that label of a mad black woman. So I said, hey, remember this. Before you go talk to them, call me and let me go in there with you. It got to the point when they come in offer, rubbing and riling, hey, nah, come talk to me, sir, bring it to me. And I either shit on them, or I take the hit, and I brief them what's going on, or when they start messing up, hey, sir, come here. Hey, this is how it's done. We're not accepting that. And that's how it was. And it got to the point where I still had to maintain standard with my whole section. Because while I'm trying to fight her fight, if I mess up, it's game over for me. So I'm fighting my fight, making sure everything perfect, make sure everything below me is locked tight. While trying to fight her fight. And we got to crack it. It got to the point, man, it was on it. And I remember this. I remember telling her, hey, when you get ranked, you don't owe me nothing. I want you to have a soldier just like you. And I want you to take care of that soldier like I took care of you. In your next chapter, you got to be the hero. All right? You don't owe Sergeant Parker a fucking thing for taking care of you. I just do it because I do it.
They work hard, if not harder or just as harder or just as hard as these white people, and they don't get their notoriety. They always be in second place because they're not the face of the military, but they risk their life, and they still can't be recognized for the hard work they put in. They have to work 10 times as hard just to get recognition, the same recognition as somebody that's doing way less than them or just not as good as them. A lot of black people telling their stories now because of this film.
Oh. Beautiful. That's my grandma. I kind of look like her, right? My grandma was in the 6th AAA Battalion. Grandma was a female black captain in World War II. Extraordinary woman. Loving in a way where she didn't necessarily always tell you, but she more so showed you. What a strong black woman that I got a chance to be raised by, along with my mom. 2 strong black women. The battalion itself, not just my grandmother, that battalion is very special and been very overlooked. So I'm glad that they get to have a little bit of light shown on them. They boosted the morale of the whole military. The women that delivered these messages and these mail to families that had no other means of communication, they really carried a lot of morale, and they were fighting their own battles. Racism and segregation was very full in effect. The difference they were able to make, I think, is immeasurable. So I'm just like super grateful to Tyler Perry, Kerry Washington, and everyone involved in this film, because it's American history, it's black history. I love that like people get a chance to just see the makings of that. I think how she would feel is how I feel, which is honored, excited, and thankful.
I loved it. Kerry Washington, one thing about her, she know how to deliver a script. God damn it. Okay, Kerry did her damn thing. I cried. It made me, it provoked so much emotion inside of me and my heart. Everything. Even their soft banter when the girl was like, I came here for the man, the little freaky one, you know what I'm saying? And how one person was all sedity and stuck up in the past. You know, I was raised by a pastor, a lady, and then one, I loved it. I loved the sisterhood of it all. I cried when them girls died. It broke my damn heart. I was over here boo-hooing when the girl died. She was waiting for that man to come back, and he was saved, was in the air and wrote her, saying goodbye, and she saw. I cried. All of it. I don't care. The parts that he kind of, embellished a little bit, because he said it was 95% true. It's cool. I'm cool with it. Y'all sit up in here, watch Forrest Gump consistently. Back to back, Forrest Gump, and it wasn't a real story, and still cried and loved every bit of it. So what? They gonna have criticism. Criticize. That's all y'all get. I'm over it. It was a damn good movie. And it was wonderful. He did his damn job. Okay? Any other time, and for it to only be taken like the amount of time that it took for him to do the script, and for it to be that amazing, that bang up job, Tyler. Bang up job. I'm here for it. I love this movie. And it has multiple watches in it. Like you can't just watch it one time. You gotta watch it over and over and over again. It deserves to be in theaters. I heard it was in theaters for like a short theater run, but it should have been in theaters. He could get an Oscar for this. This movie was amazing.
The fact that there were 855 black women in World War II and nobody talked about them, nobody mentioned them. What was this big secret? I wanted to tell their story, and the more I read, the more I learned, the more I wanted to lean in and tell their story, because you see how 90% of this movie is accurate. It's factual. So to see what they went through and what they endured, I was like, I've got to tell the story.
Bang up job, Tyler. And I know you're not sitting over here letting this studio not go to use, because you've been using your studio, period. But it's the black people that got all this judgment that kill me. Y'all know, did y'all forget that every other movie was about crackheads and drug addicts, and we get a good movie like this and y'all want to play? Y'all better celebrate this damn man. Celebrate this man. celebrate him. Because he did his job. And he did a damn good job at that. I loved the movie. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Watched it multiple times. It was a good ass movie. I loved the mama of it all. And how, you know, the family couldn't afford to take the college. And now I'm in Minnesota. And they doing this, the North Star Promise where we, you know, could be paid. School is being paid for.
Over my dead body, sir.
School is being paid for. And for these women to not have their acknowledgement or not be recognized, and them going overseas and doing the things that they did, and Tyler Perry being the first person to recognize them, and then get all this criticism as far as y'all always want to criticize, and then if you have so much criticism, don't watch the movie no more. It wasn't for you because I enjoyed it. You know, I'm not gonna sit up in here and criticize him because he's doing a damn good job and he's learning from his mistakes as far as I see. Okay, but everybody got something to say. Like, this is the first time really that they've been recognized. A lot of people ain't giving them their flowers, ain't recognizing them, and these women died, and these women like really put their life on the line, and people didn't think that they was doing it. And I love Oprah Winfrey up in it talking about something. I know who could do it, okay? Because y'all talking about something, can't nobody do it, can't nobody do it. But these black women came and put their life on the line, you know what I'm saying, to be able to give people their mail so they can be connected to their family. They deserve recognition. They in history books, should be in history books. People should be learning about them. They did their damnest good job. And the fact that I don't give a damn if it's not the level or to the T. He did the best that he could with what he had, and bang up job, Tyler. Period. All the actors that took part in it. It was a fine movie. It sure was. Fine movie. Wonderful movie. And I don't care that it wasn't to the T, and maybe you could have won. Y'all not directors. We wanted it to be this way. It was the way that he made it, and it was a good, fine movie. And if you can't accept it and love it for what it is instead of worrying about what it ain't, you don't need to watch it. There are choices here, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to watch it. Because I hate that. I hate that this man finally giving us some good stuff, and y'all like losing the plot. Y'all so focused on what it ain't that y'all not giving it the just due that it deserves. This deserves an Oscar. This was a good movie to me. I loved it.
She was not only a woman, she was not only a black woman, but she was a dreamer who never stopped dreaming. She became a nurse after the war. She became a dressmaker after the war. She has lived so many lives, and of course, she was blessed with so many years on this planet to do so. And I think the biggest thing that she taught me was just that there is so much more life after pain. There's so much more life after grief. I met Lena, the real Lena, not just the character on screen and in the script, at a time where I needed exactly that. It was so crucial for me. And she didn't even know that she was giving it to me, which made it all that more special. And Carrie knows, and that's why she's looking at me like this. But Carrie was also such an incredible protective shield for me throughout this process. So I'm so grateful for that, and will always be so grateful for that. But Lena was an incredible woman, and she deserves all the praise, as do all of these women.
I really did. I loved it, and y'all, if y'all have not seen it, the 688, y'all need to go see it and on Netflix. For real, for real. I'll purchase this in the store if they, you know what I'm saying? Period. It's good as hell. And he's doing a bang up job, and I'm so proud. So very proud. God damn it, I'm entertained. But it was just amazing. The connection with the mom, and how, you know, it was like, hey, this biracial love story, and he was standing up for his black woman, you know what I'm saying? It just felt very beautiful. And the fact that at the end she married a black man that was in love with her, waited for her for her to grieve and everything. I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. I don't care about the aspect that wasn't necessarily true or wasn't to the T. You know what I'm saying? I loved it for what it was, and I'm appreciative. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all watch all these fabricated stories and stuff. Y'all, like, people for real love the Ike and Tina story. But if you read Tina book, you know that what's love got to do with it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen. But when she met Ike, she already had a baby. When Tina met Ike, she already had a baby. So that what's love got to do with it? That's like a staple in the black community. It didn't happen the way in which the movie displayed it happening. There was a lot of things that didn't necessarily happen that way. But y'all still love that movie, still appreciate it and care about it. Even the Jackson 5 American Dream, some things didn't happen the way it was portrayed, but y'all still love Jackson 5 American Dream and appreciate it for what it is, and love the, you know, the essence of Michael that it had. So y'all better just take what y'all got from this and just love the movie all the same. All of a sudden now with Tyler, y'all want to get so descriptive and this didn't happen and didn't. Fuck y'all judgments. I love it. Period. Fuck y'all judgments. I love it. Fuck y'all judgments. I loved it. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Y'all need to watch the 688. I love the movie. Great movie. For all the haters and people criticizing, it ain't for y'all. Move on. But I love the dialogue that is allowing in the black community, as far as people who go into the Army, the Navy, and all of these people who have those experiences of not being good enough and judged and, you know what I'm saying, mistreated or whatever because of the color of their skin, even though they putting in more work or just as great of work, or you know what I'm saying, as the next person, but they can't be rewarded, and they criticized for their looks, criticized for just stupid shit that don't got nothing to do with the work and their position, you know what I'm saying, and what they put in, and the fact that they know the laws up and down. None of that is being taken. It's just because you're black.
After watching the 688 movie on Netflix with Kerry Washington, I had an epiphany this morning, and that epiphany is, of course we can't let a woman be in the highest position of power, because then she would show them how incompetent all of the men before her have been. Think about the things that Kamala and her campaign got done in 100 days. In 100 days. And at the time, I was just so excited for the possibility of how much she could get done if she had unobstructed progress, meaning if we had a full Dem support in the House and the Senate. And this movie was really good for a number of reasons. These women, of over 800 black women in the Army, deployed to horrible conditions to do a job that white men before them could not do. And that was sort and process and deliver over 18 million pieces of mail. And they had 6 months to do it in, and they completed it in 3 months. Women are just more efficient and more organized. And I do think it scares men. I do. And I love that for them. It should scare them. We're badasses.
They criticizing you, talking down on you, treating you less than because they just are racist or whatever else. They feel some type of way as though you don't belong. I hate that. But I love the conversation that's happening and people coming out and speaking their truth. Tyler Perry did his big one, and y'all need to show him appreciation, because for all the times that he didn't get it right, he got it right this time, and I love it. Period. Loved it. But that's all I gotta say about that. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Did y'all love the movie? Y'all loved everything about the movie? Let me know, okay? Because I loved it. I love Kerry Washington. All the backlash that she got, you know what I'm saying, as a leader, and how people judged her as a leader, how people came at her as a leader, and she just did her big one and showed up and showed out and overdid her job, in my humble opinion. But that's all I gotta say. Love Kerry Washington. Love all the women that participated in it. All, I love them. But that's all I gotta say. I love you guys. Bye-bye, guys.
This is A Soldier's Life, a story about retired Colonel Edna W. Cummings' life. As you see here, Army Brat turned champion. This is referencing the 2022 Congressional Medal Award. This is a great place to start if you've never heard this story. Next, we have The 6888 by Priscilla T. Graham. Miss Graham is a historian. She's a documentary photographer. She has many other books on not only black women in the World War II, but also Buffalo Soldiers, all types of other historical events of our people. No Better Time is a novel, so it's more of a historical fiction account, but it does center Dorothy Thom's life. She's a Spelman graduate, ends up joining the Women's Army Corps. I also came across this one. Looks like it's good for children. The Courageous 6888th All-Black Female Battalion of World War II. So if you have children, if you're an educator, this might be a good one. There is no excuse. Our oppressor is not going to teach us our own history. We have to be in control of our own education and teach ourselves, y'all. Read, research. Be blessed, stay blessed. Much love and respect to you all. Let me know what y'all think about these books.